Let's starts now. Season 4. Episode 4. The three-way trap. The air in Shinjuku has become a pressurized graveyard of cursed energy. We left off at the moment of ultimate dread. Satoru Gojo, the man who stands alone at the peak of the modern era, is no longer fighting a duel. He is being hunted. Ryomen Sukuna has summoned the crown jewel of the 10 Shadows, 8-handled sword, Divergent Sila Divine General Mahoraga. The wheel on the general's head has clicked, signaling that the infinity, which has protected Gojo since birth, is no longer a mystery. For the first time, Gojo's limitless is being solved like a complex equation. One side is the king of curses, the other is a monster that learns from every strike. Welcome to episode 4. When the world's strongest is pushed into a corner, he doesn't retreat. He breaks the laws of physics itself. Scene 1. The blade that cuts the sky. The episode opens with Mahoraga lunging at Gojo. The speed is beyond anything we've seen. Its blade, the sword of extermination, glows with positive energy, which is lethal to cursed spirits but equally devastating to sorcerers when imbued with the general's physical might. Gojo tries to use his neutral infinity to stop the strike, but the blade passes right through the barrier as if it weren't there. Gojo narrowly dodges, the blade grazing his shoulder and drawing blood. The 6 eyes see the terrifying truth. Mahoraga has already adapted to the concept of the limitless. Sukuna watches from the sidelines, recovering his cursed energy and waiting for the perfect opening. "It's over, Satoru?" Sukuna mocks. "The more you fight, the more you teach my general how to kill you." Gojo doesn't panic. Instead, he smiles. A sharp, predatory grin that says he's finally found a challenge worth his time. Scene 2. The 2-on-1 gauntlet. The animation shifts into a high-octane flow. Gojo is now fighting both Sukuna and Mahoraga simultaneously. Sukuna uses piercing blood and rapid escape to create distractions, while Mahoraga delivers heavy, crushing blows. Gojo is forced to use blue and red in rapid succession just to keep them at bay. The choreography is a masterclass in space-time manipulation. Gojo uses his ability to teleport over short distances to reposition himself constantly. He hits Mahoraga with a massive blue reinforced punch, sending the beast crashing through a skyscraper, only to be met by Sukuna's cleave from behind. Gojo is bleeding, his combat suit is in tatters, and his breathing is becoming heavy. The students watching through the monitors are in a state of paralysis. They realize that Gojo is fighting at a level where even a single mistake means instant death. Scene 3. The third spin and the ultimate risk. The narrator explains the mechanics of the fight. Mahoraga's wheel has spun for the 3rd time. Click. Now, it isn't just adapting to Gojo's defense, it's starting to adapt to his offense. Every time Gojo uses red or blue, the general grows more resilient to them. Gojo realizes he has to destroy Mahoraga in a single massive hit before the adaptation is complete. But Sukuna is protecting the general, acting as a shield and a tactician. Gojo's brain is also reaching its limit. He has rebuilt his burnt-out technique 4 times now by destroying and regenerating his own brain. His nose begins to bleed, a sign that the 6 eyes are putting a strain on his physical vessel that even RCT can't fully fix. The pressure is mounting. The king and the general are closing in for the final kill. Scene 4. Spark of the Black Flash. Just as Sukuna moves in to deliver a lethal blow while Gojo is distracted by Mahoraga, the atmosphere of the entire city shifts. The fever that Hikari once talked about has finally taken hold of the battlefield. The air itself begins to crackle with black electricity. In a moment of pure instinct, Satoru Gojo enters the zone. He isn't thinking about strategies or brains anymore. He is pure combat. He delivers a punch to Sukuna's chest, and the screen explodes in a burst of black and red lightning. Black flash. The impact is so powerful it sends Sukuna flying across 3 city blocks, his eyes rolling back in his head as he temporarily loses consciousness. The spark of the black flash hasn't just damaged Sukuna, it has restored Gojo's cursed energy output. The Predator is back on top. Scene 5. Chase in the ruins. With Sukuna momentarily stunned, Gojo turns his full attention to Mahoraga. Now it's just you and me, big guy, Gojo says, his voice dripping with menace. He uses blue to pull dozens of cars and pieces of debris into a swirling vortex around Mahoraga, crushing the general under the weight of the city. Mahoraga tries to adapt, but Gojo is moving too fast. He hits Mahoraga with a second black flash, followed by a third. The general's armored skin begins to shatter. The animation here is visceral. Every hit feels heavy, every shockwave shakes the viewer's screen. Gojo is a blur of blue and black lightning. He is no longer the teacher. He is the natural disaster. He realizes he needs to fire a hollow purple, but with Sukuna waking up and Mahoraga adapting, he can't just charge it up. He needs a plan. He needs to combine his techniques in the air. Scene 6. The red and blue orbs. The episode reaches its climax as Sukuna recovers and joins the fight again, looking more enraged than we've ever seen him. He realizes Gojo is trying to create a purple by merging blue and red that are already active in the battlefield. Gojo fires a massive red orb into the sky, while a lingering blue from his previous attack remains on the other side of the ruins. If those two meet, Sukuna screams, "It's all over." Sukuna sends Mahoraga to destroy the red orb before it can merge. The general leaps into the air, its blade ready to slice through the concentrated energy. Gojo, standing on the ground, raises his fingers to snap. Don't let them touch. Sukuna commands, charging toward Gojo to stop the incantation. The final shot is of the two orbs, the red and the blue, drifting toward each other in the center of the Shinjuku sky, with Mahoraga's blade inches away from the collision. The screen fades to black as the sound of Gojo's voice whispers, "Imaginary technique?" The final suspense. The spark has returned, and the purple is coming. The collision. Can Gojo successfully merge the orbs while being attacked by both the king and the general? Sukuna's counter. Does Sukuna have one last hidden technique? The black box. To stop the hollow purple? The final sacrifice with Gojo's brain failing? Is this his last chance to end the fight before he collapses? If your heart is pounding, smash that like button and subscribe. We are at the absolute peak of the battle of the strongest. Press the bell icon for episode 5, where the remote hollow purple resets the world. Who do you think is winning right now? Gojo or Sukuna? Let us know in the comments. End of episode 4.